I'm working on this comic right now. It's 12 pages, and I'm about 75% done of page 2. I'm working with, like, not the biggest paper I've ever drawn on. Like, the biggest paper that I've ever done a completed piece on, and I've actually got it right here because I've yet to scan it, or fucking I want to scan it and then I can frame the original. I've shown this probably on my Instagram. Go ahead and check it out there. But it's crazy because when I look at this, which isn't even that long ago, I think I finished this. It just says 2023, but I remember I started this like months and months ago, and then I finally finished it a few months ago. And when I look at it now, I'm like, dude, there's so many, like, if you consistently stay drawing, you will consistently improve and hone your technique and stuff like that. Because when I look at this compared to what I'm working on now, it's so much different. Like, even one thing I love about drawing, specifically drawing, is you can really do like the same thing for a long time, and all of a sudden you'll just surprise the fuck out of yourself. And that's what I've done with this comic I'm working on right now. It's going to be included in issue 5 of Cinema 187. Like I said, I am working on a larger format than I usually am. I think it's about 8 by 14 or some shit like that. But it's full page. Like, there's no fucking around. I'm really trying to, make it the most impactful visually that I can. Do you know what I mean? Because I settled a lot, especially with some of these Filthy Ralph strips that I was doing. Like, when I look at issue 1 of Filthy Ralph, I don't cringe, but I go, fuck, I could have done this so much better. But that needed to happen in order for this new shit to happen, because you don't get to the top of the fucking mountain without fucking, stopping a few times or whatever. So when I look at the original Filthy Ralph and I think back to when I first fucking printed it and folded it, stapled and folded and all that shit, had it in my hand, I was like, this is the greatest fucking thing on the goddamn planet, and you'll never be able to convince me otherwise. And now when I'm putting these drawings on these paper, I'm getting that same feeling again, because it's something like I never attempted to draw seriously draw and finish a comic. I've never done in my life up until Filthy Ralph #1. I'd started a lot of fucking comics, but finishing one and putting it to print and all that stuff, and having it like, going out of print multiple times, like not just from like selling, but just like going around and like handing copies away, and going to, like, if you go to like sort of like potheady bookshops and stuff like that, and record stores, and if the people are cool and they're they're in the know, they'll let you fucking hawk your zines there. Like if you're making them for next to nothing, just give them away, and you will guarantee they will fly off the shelf, man. I've taken stacks of Filthy Ralph before to City Lights Bookshop here in London, Ontario, and then I didn't host, but I've tabled at a zine fair, and some fucker came up to me and told me they got it from there. Like, they knew about Filthy Ralph, and I was like, well, and I was like about to call this guy a liar. I already called him a liar in my head. And he's like, yeah, I got one of those from City Lights, and I knew he wasn't bullshitting. And I was like, oh fuck, Filthy Ralph is like, when you take a stack of anything anywhere, part of you are like, okay, the second you walk out of this fucking store, the guy's just gonna like toss it in the trash. But clearly that didn't happen. Odyssey Records is another fucking awesome place, man. It's been a while since I've been there. I gotta stop past there soon enough. It's just fuck. The problem with like working until 11 o'clock at night every night that really sucks is like you miss everything. You know what I mean? Like, my buddy, he messaged me. He actually bought 187 #4, and he told me, because when we were in high school, he went to this Dying Fetus concert, like this band called Dying Fetus, and he had this sweater, and it was like it was like a dope image on a sweater, right? And he messaged me today, and he was like, do you want to go to this Dying Fetus show like in May or something? I'm like, dude, if it's during the weekend, then yes, but if it's like during the week, no. And like, I've missed Clockwork Orange on 35. I've missed The Shining, fucking just dozens and dozens of movies at like the Repertoire theaters where they're playing stuff on Friday nights at like 9:30. Okay, by the time I get off, what am I gonna fucking drive across town to catch the credits of Godfather Part 2? I think Godfather Part 2 is one I can actually go to, though, to be honest with you. I think I put it down in my calendar. Let me see if I'm wrong. Yeah. April, May. I don't fucking know. Maybe I'm a liar. Oh no, The Godfather The Godfather 2 at Highland is in my calendar, 7:30 or 15, so 5:30. Anyways, I don't know why the fuck that went all the way over to that topic. I'm a little high right now. I won't lie. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning, but I just made the video talking about Dope Cat Comics. I'm gonna have to edit that a little bit because the problem was I kind of went off on a tangent, and I didn't want to like have this huge fucking long rant and shit inside of the middle of me talking about some guy's comic that people may or may not see. You know what I mean? So I watched shout out to Serial at Midnight, who's like this guy that like, I don't know, I like the guy. I just sometimes like I don't want to like talk shit about the guy because I watch his videos and I like the fucking guy, but he made a video that I like really fucking agreed with him today, or maybe it was yesterday it came out, but talking about like the cult of physical media. And it's like I kind of get what he's saying because, you know, I'm not like a big commenter on like videos, especially like any kind of like bullshit, but a lot of times if you type in like, say, I don't know, like VHS collection or like horror collection, and you watch like a new video, and it's like it's a lot of times it's these motherfuckers that just come off really kind of like cocky and goofish in a way. And I get it. It's like this cult mentality of like, you know, you gotta get this on 4K and all that stuff. It's like, dude, a lot of you motherfuckers must not have bills to pay, or you got like ridiculously good jobs or something like that, because to pick up like fucking 10 4Ks in 1 month in Canada, like you're looking at like $1,000 or some shit. Like it's ridiculous. Like not maybe not 1,000, but 500 at least. Like shit is not fucking cheap up here. So even if I wanted to like keep up with buying stuff, like I'd never be able to. Like the last time I bought a new movie, I couldn't even tell you what it was. It might have been The Grinch, for fuck's sakes, The Grinch That Stole Christmas, and Christmas Story I got at Value Village on the cheap one night. Me and Kayla went there after sushi because there's like a fucking Value Village right next to a sushi spot. But in other fucking news, the collection is still not fucking organized at all. I did start the A section, so I got about like 15 A movies, everything from Assault on Precinct 13 to American Splendor, which is great. Yeah, I don't know, man. I've been looking forward to working on this comic, but like I can the first page that I worked on was 10 hours. So I did about 5 or 6 hours, and then I took a few hours break, and then I did the last 4 hours. I didn't really time this new one, but this one's probably going to be amping up to about probably 12 hours, I would say. And then by the time that page 2 is done, it'll be about 12 hours, 12 to 13 hours. And like that's broken up. That's, you know, that's the thing, right? Like these guys that you know, because I work full time, right? So I'm working and like thinking about like drawing and stuff, and then I get home and I'm like, okay, I'll kick it with my fucking wife for a bit, smoke some weed, whatever, hang out with the dogs and shit, and then I come in here and it's like 2 o'clock, and I'm like, okay, I can't really like stay up too late. I want to hit the fucking gym and all this shit, so I might work for an hour on it, you know. For instance, like tomorrow I gotta take my fucking wife to go get her hair cut before I go to work, and then that's pretty much gonna put the kibosh on drawing. But you know, I've come to realize that's a good thing. I've fucking spent so long trying to rush these things done, you know, like just rushing them out, and it's like, no, it doesn't need to be rushed. This is a process. It needs to be taken, you know. I take it serious, but I get so fucking overexcited about the shit, and I'm like, okay, I want to get this fucking comic done, boom boom boom, and then, you know, I don't want the first page to not look as crazy as the last page. You know what I mean? I want the last page to be like, whoa, what the fuck? And like there'd be a good build up. Like initially I wasn't gonna draw page 1 first. I was gonna draw it last, but then I was like, you know what? No, because I really want to set up the way that the characters look and all that stuff, and like where they're around and stuff. It's very different than what I'm used to doing. So trying to put compositions together and stuff like that was really the hardest part for me for so long. But with this one, it just came so natural. And again, it's not like the standard, like, you know, 1 page filthy Ralph. It's everything is like, there's panels, but some of the pages are just like a splash page, you know what I mean? So when I look at like Filthy Ralph number 2, it's that like square. Should have one here somewhere. Unless I'm a fucking liar. There it is. So like Filthy Ralph 2 was like this style with like the 6-panel grids, you know. And even when I look at this, like the cover, I love the cover. It's a Fulci ripoff, but like the opening, like the sort of like classic like opening. Here, let me see if I can see like the Videohomicide presents Filthy Demon, all like, you know, classic fucking bullshit with the 6-panel. Some people do 9. I like that. I really like that, but I wanted to do something that was a little bit different and really not escape, but definitely broaden the spectrum of styles and stuff, because I was, even issue 2, when I look back on this Ralph, like this is a very old style of how I used to draw Ralph, and now it's like, I just think so much better. And even now with this new comic, it's like, okay, I would draw on this size paper, which is 8.5 by 5.5, and that was just how I drew for like 2 years when it came to my comics and zines. But now that I've chose to use like the big paper and, you know, actually like sit down, let it marinate, and not try to do every fucking page in one night. Like I said to myself the one night, I'm like, if this comic is done before the March 1st deadline for submissions, which is, you know, I'm the fucking editor, so I can pretty much, I decide when this fucking thing comes out, but it's going to be a goddamn miracle if this comic is done before that. Like 12 pages, like, especially at the rate that I'm going right now, like, say tomorrow night I might like come home from work and you know, watch an episode of some bullshit with my girl, and then come in here and then just boom, do like 2.5 hours and get this one done and on to the next one, you know what I mean? And even if I don't start the next one till the weekend, I can just really think about it and be like, okay, how do I want to do this? How do I want to do that? Like, I was looking for inspiration the one night, and I put on the cartoonist kayfabe Lone Wolf and Cub sort of like artist edition. Someone sent them like an artist edition or some bullshit, and mostly because I couldn't be fucking bothered to look for my Lone Wolf and Cub comics right now. I have like probably like between 45 and 60% of the run collected, like in single issue format, like the one where like Frank Miller and Bill Sienkiewicz were doing the covers and stuff. I think it might have been Dark Horse, but I could be wrong on that. I have all those, and I wanted to like look for some stuff for like some action, you know what I mean? But I ended up throwing on that video, Jesus Christ, and finding something that I needed to see, and I'm very stoked to do that page. So looking forward to releasing that to the public. Cinema 187 issue 5 is going to be pretty fucking awesome, to say the least. And I want to state it here right now. The issue 5 of Cinema 187 is dedicated to the memory of Mr. MG. Fuck, I'm totally blanking on the guy's name. Flyboy from Dawn of the Dead has passed away. So issue 5 will be dedicated to both Flyboy and to Richie, my stepdad, who passed in 2009. But he plays a big role into my love of Asian cinema. So you'll see that in the very first editorial on fucking 187. I'm actually doing an editorial. Like I'm starting to like realize that this could be a lifetime thing, and I really want it to be a certain way. So let's fucking see what happens, man. 187 is definitely a dream come true for me. It's definitely done wonders for my self-esteem, as in terms of being a cartoonist, an artist, whatever. And seeing my stuff with some of your guys' stuff is just really good feeling. So I appreciate everybody for stopping by. If you want to pick up issue 4 of 187, I still have probably like 10 copies of that. But if you want to pick up the whole shaboom, there's only like 2 complete sets of 187 left. And there's one complete set for sale that has everything, but I'm selling that as a lot. Like, I'm not going to break that up. So the 187 number 1 is pretty much out of print. Number 2 is pretty much out of print. Number 3 is same with that. 4 is the only one that I have like a decent amount of copies. I don't have any complete sets of Raise the Dead anymore. I do have complete sets of Filthy Ralph, so if anybody wants to get any of that stuff, just message me. If you want to do a trade, hit me up. We'll get it going. So with that being said, I appreciate everybody for watching. 666 safe driving out there. Don't kill anybody. Do your best, and keep your nose clean, kids. Adios.